Hello, my dear students. How are you all? I hope you all are doing well. So, students, this is our sixth class. So, let us start with the sixth class. Let me share my screen so that we can have an idea about what we are going to do today. Okay. So, students, as this is our computer science class, so let me show you a picture first. Okay. So I will be asking you. I hope you all can see my screen. Yes. So students, no, see students, have you ever seen this kind of document? Like these days in pandemic situation, what you are doing is you are having online classes and your teachers are sending you homeworks by sending these kind of files. It is also called as PDF file. So students, what do you think that how these PDF files are made? What is the source of making this PDF file? What do you think about that? I'm giving you a few seconds to think about that. Yes, yes. So few of you may be well aware about how these are, you know, created, we could say, or maybe most of you might not aware about this. So this is what we're gonna do in today's class. That is world pressing, world processing, where this is a MS Word. We also call it as MS Word. That means that Microsoft Word, from where this has been started with the software with the help of which it is started. That is word processing, and we would be learning about this topic today, and these are the learning outcomes. After the completion of this lesson, you would be able to define the meaning of WordPress, then you can list the steps of starting MS Word, then you can create the document on MS Word and save it step by step, you know. And also you can identify the components which are included in MS Word. Then you can also differentiate between the various components which are in MS Word. And of course, you would be appreciating the use of MS Word. What could be the use? So this is our second chapter. Now we would be understanding about the word processing first. That is MS Word. MS Word is Microsoft Word, as I already told you about. That is Microsoft Word. It is often called as Word. We don't really say that like Microsoft Word. This is a part of Microsoft Word. So what we do is what we say is it is a Word file. So we say it as it is a Word. Okay, not Word but Word. Okay, yes. So it is a graphical word processing. As we know that we can't touch it, so we can see it. We can see the representation on the word file. Or we can see that in a soft copy. So we would be considering it as graphical word program, which is a Microsoft Corporation. It is a program run by Microsoft Corporation. So what is the purpose behind it? Why do users use it? Users definitely use it to type, like in all the notebooks. We usually type whatever we require to write on our notebooks, and want to write a lot of notes, lot of documents, whatever. But in the case of digital world, in laptops, computers, what we do? We have to write on the topics, we have to write the paragraphs, we have to write the information, whatever we want to write, we write on the word file. Okay, so the another thing is definitely if we are writing, we have to save it so that we can fetch the entire data, whatever we have written information, or we could say we could be receiving it. Okay, so this is how we can write it and save it. Okay, we would be definitely doing it in a practical form so that you can understand it well how we would be creating it. So as in the third point, they are saying that there are various tools which are helpful in definitely in notebooks. What we do is we write something, we definitely sometimes feel like we should be using colorful text, colorful sketches, colorful rulers, tools, many more things, so that our text would look creative and we could understand the whatever what we are designing to write and give information about. We require a lot of tools. No doubt it is just a pencil and pen and also a notebook, but in that also we require a lot of tools like pencil, eraser, ruler, let me say sketches, markers, highlighters, so a lot of things. Okay, we would be doing this. So now you are having both in front of you. Let us see how much you have understood. What is the purpose of writing MS Word? To allow the user to type documents, save documents, or both A and B. I'm giving you a few seconds. You can think about it and you can select your answer. Yes, yes, you are guessing it right. So the right answer is C, third one, that is both A and B. Definitely for Word file, what we do is we have to type the document, information, knowledge, whatever we want to write, and we would be saving it afterwards so that our written data would be saved. Okay, so the right answer would be both A and B. Good. So, Snowy, what do you think? What could be the steps of starting MS Word? How could we start MS Word? I hope you all have seen this MS Word, but you are not sure about the steps. So, are you excited to do so? Or you learn about so? Let us do it. So, these are the steps how we could start MS1. That is, first of all, we all know that in our laptops and personal computers, we are having start option at the left bottom of our screen where we see start button. As you can see in here also, they have shown that there's option for search program. Sometimes we are having a different kind of options on our laptops, and it is quite difficult to find that document if we are find that world, if we are not able to find that, we can simply click on the search button and we can type the Microsoft Word 2010, because it is very interesting one, and there are a lot of options in 2010 version of the Microsoft Word. Okay, so now you can see from the screen, somebody might have wrote Microsoft Word here, and they have achieved lot of options related to the Microsoft. These are the extensions all given by the Microsoft. So today we would be learning about the Microsoft Word, that is 2010. You can see over here we have to click it, and after few seconds, as it is a software which could take time few seconds, just little seconds to open it, and we could see that we would be receiving documents which would be looking like this after processing, and we would be observing that the file is opening. Okay, so we would be performing this as well. So here's another question in front of you. So the first step of opening the file is clicking start button. So what do you think? How we are opening MS Word? Like, what is the first step? I just told you recently only. First of all, what we do is we go to the yes, left hand side bottom. That is the start button. Excellent. You all have given the right answer. That is, the statement is true that first step for opening the MS Word is clicking start button. Okay, very good. Excellent. Let's move further. So what about the components of MS Word? Okay, if you feel like this word is quite confusing for you, component is like whatever is required, whatever is in MS Word, like it could be tools, it could be options, it could be bars, whatever on the entire screen of MS Word you are observing, those are the components. What do you think? You can give some guesses for the same. Yes, you can also type on the comment box also, so that you can see that you have guessed it right. Yes. So I hope most of you might have given the right answers. Like I already discussed in the previous minute, that we require a lot of things for writing the documents on notebook. Similarly, on the Word file, we require a lot of tools and many more options. So this is what we would be doing next. That is, this is a screen of MS Word. Like after I told you, after a few seconds, the file would be opening. And what you are observing, you would be receiving this kind of document in front of you, the blue one at the behind, and in the front, you can see that there is a blank document that is white in color where you would be writing the documents. Okay, then you can see that in the left option, that is the topmost option, that is the you can see the file menu is here. Lot of options are here. I would be showing you in a good manner. It is quite blurred here. file, then menu, then lot of options, page layout, bookmarks, lot of things. Okay, view option also. When you have done your entire thing, you can view what you have done for the preview. And what you can see next is that is ribbon. Ribbon is for displaying groups of related commands in tabs. That is the description of ribbon, that says that this is a kind of option like when you are writing document. You might have seen in some books which are of small size. Let me show you a book, okay, over here. You can see that this book is written with some typed text over here. If I show you the another book, what you can say is that the book is quite larger in size. What you can see is the spacing is again quite different from the previous book. So what we can see is that sometimes we require different spacing. So this is the function of ribbon, where we can give the various spacing to the text we are writing. Okay, so this is a function of ribbon. And after that, let us go to the left bottom, that is the status bar, which is having a description which says that displays information about the current worksheet or file. That means status is like status, you all might be aware of the status is the present situation of a person, like whatever you are using. Like I told you that you can save your document and files whatever you have made, and in that file you have given some name. Definitely you would be giving some name, like on notebooks also you used to give like this is a mathematics notebook, science notebook, SST notebook, isn't it? So similarly in the case of word file you are giving names. Okay, so here you would be receiving whatever the name or the title or the description of that MS Word or document you are creating is there. So you would be having the information about that document, okay, on the status bar. And in the right bottom, that is zoom control, where there is the option of plus and minus. You all know that plus and minus is, in the pictures also in the mobile phones we usually have options of plus and minus. We click on plus, the picture gets zoomed, and in the case of minus the picture gets contracted. Similarly in the case of MS Word, we can observe that the document, sometimes some people are very fond of reading the text in zoom text. They zoom the entire text, because sometimes we are working lot for lot of hours, and our eyes really want to relieve. So at that time we feel like the text should be more visible and the font size should be increased. Then this is option is very useful for that. Okay, so this is a zoom, and it is quite an introduction about the MS Word. We would be exploring all of these in a good manner so that you can understand it more briefly. Okay, so don't worry about that. So here's another poll in front of you. That is, which of the following is not the component of MS Word? Read the question with the concentration. That is not. Which of the following is not the component of MS Word? Okay, so I'm giving you again few seconds. You can think about that, or you can pause the video in between also. Okay. So in the last slide only, we heard about the file tab menu. That was the upper left. I hope you all have, unpaused the video so that now I'm explaining the answer. We have understood about the file tab menu that was there. There we also did about the ribbon that was in the right corner upside. Okay, then we understood about the status bar, which gives the entire information. So what is left? Opera. We have not understood about this. So this is not the component of MS Word, because we have not understood about that. In actual, it is a web browser. In the higher classes, you would be understanding more about the web browsers also. But for now, you should be understanding that it is the right option. That is not the component of MS Word. Okay, very good, students. So now you all have understood about the thing. Now what does this slide says? Let us go to the virtual lab now. Let us move further and have practice for the MS Word document. Okay, so let us move further. Let me uh, stop my screen sharing so that we can share the another screen. That would be the entire screen so that we can understand more about the um, we would be sharing our entire screen for better understanding. Yes. So I hope you all can see my entire screen now. Is it so? I assume that. Okay. So first of all, in the first step I told you that we would be going to the start button that is at the left bottom. Okay. I'm clicking on it. What I'm doing is here I can see that the Microsoft Word 2010 is visible to me without any, without any further procedures. I'm getting this option. But in case, I think I lost my screen sharing. Okay. So now, as I told you that, now what you can see is that I am able to see that. But if you are not able to see this option very clearly, what you would be doing, you would be typing Microsoft. In this case, you would be receiving every kind of extension which are providing by Microsoft Word. Okay, Microsoft Word is what we would be learning next. Okay, that is Microsoft Word. Now, but you have seen that there were a few seconds which were taken by the documents to open. Now you can see the screen, same screen I shown you on the slides. Okay, you can see on the uppermost portion that is file is here. Okay, home is here, insert is here. These were the options which were not clear in the pictures. Let me explain. File is for the options. You can see that there are options for save as, open and close. In this case we can save our files which already we have made, also which we are making. Okay, uh, let me write, we are practicing to start and save MS Word file. Okay, now you can, okay, I wrote the spelling wrong. You can see that they are showing red underline that shows that there is a spelling mistake. Okay, now I would be showing you the function of rebunning. Ribbon, we had seen in the right hand side option, that was ribbon. These were the option for the same. Now you can see I'm just not clicking even, I'm just keeping my cursor, and what I'm receiving is the text is, you know, changing its style. So we can see that. Yes, so what are your observation? Every option is having different style. Now I am showing you more to explore. You can click on the downward button and you can observe it. It totally depends what kind of document and the style you want. Okay, so let us suppose I would be choosing the maximum one, so you can see what is happening here. I click this one. Okay, so what next we did, we understood about the status bar. You can see that here's the status bar. Still we can observe there is not much information because we have not created yet. We would be going to file button, we would be saving our document. We are they wrote the entire line because we have not given any name, but we can give name as well. MS12. Okay, now you can see that there is an option that is documents library. In this case, it could be quite difficult to find. So what I would be doing, I would be selecting desktop option, so that if I want the file, I would be directly going to the desktop and receiving my results. Okay, now I saved it. I would be showing you more about it first, then I would be showing you the document which is already saved as I clicked on the save button. Now you can see insert is there. Insert means that if we have to put some picture, table, a lot of options are there. We will be doing one by one. Don't worry about that. It is just an introduction about this. Page layout, then references, which we could add, mailing, reviews basically about when we are done with the Word file. We could check the word count, and thesaurus is there, like spelling mistakes and synonyms. If you have to search for research is like, again we have to search for the word, any word we want. Spelling and grammar is for, like, if there is grammatical mistake or spelling mistakes. This is all about. View is again for the counting, or we can say the page layout, print layout, what kind of print we want. Okay, so all of these we would be doing next, so don't worry about that. Now I save the file. I would be showing where this file has been gone. I have to escape it so that we could understand about it. Yes. So here you can see that I gave the name that was MS1. Now I would be double clicking on it. What I would be receiving, home. Home is the main function where you can see that same file is here, isn't it? So this is how we can start the world file and we can save the world file, isn't it? So I hope you all have understood quite well about this. Let me conclude our chapter, today's lesson. Let us see. Okay, so today we have learned about the MS1. Then we have then about the components of the Word file. Okay, then we have learned about the steps of doing so. So in conclusion, we have learned about the, let me share my screen again so that you could also have idea just for looking at it. Yes. So let me share the screen again. Yes. So we have understood about the word processing. What is word processing? We have done about how we can start the MS Word document, then the components of MS Word. Okay. So I would like to ask you to self-evaluation of yourself. That is, what are the steps of opening the MS file? Yes, I would give you a few seconds. You can think about it. Yes. So the steps for opening the MS Word file is going to the start button first, then clicking on the Microsoft 2010 option. Then you would be receiving the blank document where you can create your document and save it. You would be receiving your options which you have done. So would you like to give some components for the MS Word? I'm again giving you a few seconds. Yes. Components is, we have already discussed about components. That is whatever is included in the MS1. That could be the tools, that could be the name of the file, or whatever we have just seen in the screen. That those all comes under the components of the MS1. Okay. So now we have done about it. So this is a homework in front of you. What you would be doing? You would be drawing a flow chart where you have to write the step by step so that you can keep these steps in mind so that you won't forget each time you would be practicing on MS1. Another thing you have to do is you have to write on the uses of MS1 on your notebooks. And again, there's an activity where you have to create the document where you would be giving the heading, that is precautions of COVID-19, where you have to write the whatever you think about it. There is no hard and fast rule. You would be writing it in a proper manner. We could say that it should be accurate totally. You can take idea from your parents or from internet, and you can write it in a paragraph form, and you have to save that document and receive the document So, and see after opening it that you have created a MS Word. Okay, students. So, thank you from my side. So, today, for I'm done for today's class. Let us stop it here. Yes. So, thank you, students. Thank you so much for attention.